Okay, good morning, everybody. Wow, what a phenomenal day, what a phenomenal crowd. You know, we've been planning for this particular conference for a better part of about a couple of months actually, and the day has finally arrived. As Amy said, we've got an experienced leadership team in place. We've got a rich set of capabilities, solutions, and services that are part of our portfolio. And our portfolio includes really thousands of contracts that really give us the latitude to serve the broader government and a select set of states. And all of these are reinforced by the scale and power of General Dynamics. But folks, I think we're just getting started, right? GDIT is a brand new company. We're just getting out of the gates, so the best is yet to come. So as I said earlier, the conference really is the first of its kind. This is the first time we brought such a diverse group of people under one roof. And Amy sort of led off with the people side of it. What I often say is the best strategies, the best technologies, the best processes, even the best business models, all of those are absolutely worthless if you don't have the right people taking advantage of them. People truly are the most critical asset of any organization. So as Amy pointed out, who do we have in the crowd? We've got a fantastic cross-section of our employees. We've got a set of partners, and these are not just technology partners. We've got several folks from GD Mission Systems, our sister organization. Thank you guys for being here. We've got small companies that we partner with, that are services firms, and then we've got several academic institutions that are also here. But most importantly, we have about 300 plus customers with us. These are the people collectively that delivered mission critical services to DoD, to Homeland Security, to the FedCiv community every single day to serve our citizens, our civil servants, and our warfighters. So today is all about focusing on innovation and the art of the possible. The objective, quite frankly, for all of us is to find ways to explore how we turn this art into reality. And to do that with tangible systems and services that meet the mission needs of our customers, it really takes a village. A village that sort of comes together not only to address the needs that we are facing today, but those that we're likely to face in the near future. So we're delighted that all of you guys are part of this village that we've created today. Now, as I said, the conference is the first of its kind. It is truly the first time we brought so many people under one roof. So a few thoughts on why I believe this is the right time to do this conference. Now, over the last several years, we've witnessed incredible changes in technology landscape. There are new technologies, there are new processes, there are new business models that are continuing to sort of come at us at a pace faster than ever before. If you look at clouds really, regardless of the deployment model that you're using, whether it's a public, private, community, or hybrid, they really have become what I call the new growth platform, right? And this next generation of applications and services that will be built on top of the platform, the underlying infrastructure is really becoming commoditized, right? So the value is going to get created on top of this. This new growth platform is going to take a ton of technologies, a robust set of technologies that you see sort of highlighted here. And these are not even technologies. Each one of these things, if you explode it out, they have an ecosystem underneath all of them, right? AI, ML, software-defined networking, DevSecOps, and so on. So to truly harvest the innovations across the full spectrum of these technologies and to move at what I call the speed of innovation, we really need to bring that diversity of thought that I talked about all together in one room, join forces and sort of pull together in the same direction. And that is fundamentally why I think it makes perfect sense for us to come together as a group. Now, many of these technologies that you see here, when deployed, they generate a ton of data, right? And others, they leverage all this data to draw some intelligence from that enable us to make some real-time decisions. We've gone from what used to be data warehouses to data lakes to now data oceans. I think it's a ton of data out there that we're collecting and storing and managing every single day. It's incredible. We don't even think about the volume of data that's out there that we have the ability to store. And advances in machine learning and artificial intelligence, they're super exciting. And I think they're going to actually impact the full spectrum of that proverbial stack that we deal with. And if you look at these technologies, I think collectively they have an unprecedented ability to enable extreme automation. Automation, quite frankly, that is knocking at our doors in our personal lives, right? You've seen one of these things. I see more of these lately on the roads around 495, I-95. Model 3 has done some amazing things where it's become affordable. And I see a lot of people with their hands off the steering wheel on an autopilot mode driving around. So we've started to trust these technologies. Or take a look at this. This is actually a reusable rocket, not to sort of overload on Elon Musk here, but SpaceX, if you've not seen this, see a rocket land. It's a reusable rocket that lands in the middle of the ocean on a floating rig. And it lands with the softness that is just unbelievable. Now, these types of technologies, whether it's Tesla or Internet of Things that brings all this together, these things have tremendous capabilities to disrupt the marketplace that we all are part of. So it is indeed super exciting, but in some respects it's also a little bit scary, isn't it? I mean, the cybersecurity issue is real critical. Think about that Tesla zooming down I-95 with hands off, or that warhead that you might deploy, using a drone that has AI that's distinguishing sort of enemies from innocent civilians. Just imagine if that data is compromised, if the flow of that data somehow is corrupted, bad stuff happens. And that's the scary part. So that's why I think cybersecurity is something that absolutely must remain as part of the DNA of just about everything we do. So in order to learn to lean forward and really proactively and purposefully take advantage of all this fast-changing technical landscape, we have to disrupt ourselves. Right? We truly live in an environment where if we do not disrupt ourselves, we will get disrupted. We will get disrupted. So the latter, I guarantee you, will not be fun. Right? So we believe there are three sort of key elements that are absolutely necessary for us to disrupt ourselves, and you see them here: domain knowledge, scale, and collaboration. I sort of touched on that when I fumbled earlier on. These are the three keys that I think give GDIT the latitude to proactively disrupt ourselves. Let me sort of touch on each one of them. If you look at GDIT by itself, we've got a heritage of probably 50 plus years of experience in the industries that we serve. But as we remain sort of laser focused on delivering IT services, it's important for you to see the other members of the family, the broader ecosystem that we're part of within GD. There are members of this family that collectively provide us sort of the depth and breadth of mission knowledge that is particularly valuable to us in our defense and intel agencies. This portfolio includes several companies that are independent, but there's a regular cadence that we've established over the last 12 months or so, where we are meeting regularly and we're trying to figure out what the common problems are that our customers are facing and where we can actually collectively join forces and create a force multiplier in the market. So this ability to sort of leverage the broader GD ecosystem and fuse the knowledge that is specific to the domains that we serve, that is what makes GDIT such a unique player in the market. Our scale. In order to move at what I call the speed of innovation and keep pace with this rapidly changing landscape that I just touched on, we really need to reduce what I call the time from flash to bang, right? Or said another way, there's a time to value. We got to reduce that time to value. Scale fundamentally gives us that broad set of experiences, right? We talked about thousands of programs that we've got a tremendous talent pool. We've got a lot of lessons to learn, and I guarantee you there's probably not a problem that any one of our customers is facing that we haven't already addressed in some other part of our portfolio. So that ability to actually take that solution that we've developed in FedCiv as an example and deploy that in defense, that is what the power of scale really is. Scale, I think, really matters, particularly in today's environment, and our scale in today's marketplace is absolutely unquestionable. You see some of the attributes behind me, I think they speak for themselves. And last but not least, I think collaboration. The hubris of any organization to believe that they can bring the best ideas and innovate and address all the needs of our customers on their own, I think is astounding. The notion that the best ideas and the best technologies exist within the four walls of a single organization is just not reality, right? I think the only way we can actually create value and stay relevant in the market is to embrace what I call the outside-in thinking. I think it's critical that we go, bring the barriers that define the company that we have, break those barriers down and tap into a much broader ecosystem of intellectual capacity that we have that exists outside the firm, including, quite frankly, our customers. And we rely on the broader ecosystem of partners to bring that outside in. You see, you've spent some time outside. We've got a ton of partners here. And by the way, I want to sort of thank all of our partners who are sponsoring this event. Without them, this conference would not be possible. But it's that ecosystem that I think is the broadest in the industry that we pull together. These partners fundamentally are our lifeblood. GDIT in itself is not a product company. We don't make any unique products of our own, while GD at large does. But GDIT is a services entity. And as a result, we absolutely rely on the entire ecosystem to bring the best technologies, the best capabilities to market. And while the graphic that you see here indicates mostly tech vendors, it goes without saying that this ecosystem absolutely includes the smaller companies that are aligned with us, academic institutions. And by the way, this ecosystem becomes even, magic really happens when this ecosystem gets applied to co-create solutions with our customers. Customers are not something that we try to sell solutions to. We need to bring them into under the tent and actually co-create and work with them to deliver value. So this combination of domain knowledge, scale, and collaboration that you see on this chart, that is what provides us as a company the confidence to deliver value to our customers. So I think we have our keynotes and speakers here. Thank you guys for being here. We've got a phenomenal list of speakers here. We got you're going to certainly hear from our domain experts that are within GDIT in our 4 breakout sessions. But you'll hear from the best domain experts, I think, in the markets that we serve, and those are our customers. We've got Don Myricks here from CIA, Suzette Kent, and Dana Deasy lined up. And they truly represent the perspectives of the full spectrum of the markets that we serve. You'll certainly learn from our partners. Our partners are bringing a lot of creative new technologies to the market, and they'll highlight some of their roadmaps in the breakout sessions that we have, and certainly outside. And you'll see the power of the scale that I just touched on firsthand when you see the examples of some of the next-gen capabilities and solutions that we've already deployed for many of our customers in the breakout areas as use cases. And all these solutions are available and are at your disposal to deploy in your respective agencies. So with that, I think my simple request to all of you today is to open your minds to the art of the possible. Let's learn from each other. Let's visit the 50+ booths that are out there in the exhibit area, and let us together figure out how we turn this art into reality. Does that sound good? Thank you all. Let's have a great conference.